Hi, this is Sherry. Okay, so I'm doing something a little odd out here today. I am coming at you for Angel's Whisper, and I'm literally sitting underneath in my carport because it's pouring rain out there, and I was trying to figure out where I could go to do our reading. You know, I like to be outside in case we have animal totems come to us. So I just thought, you know, I want to use the energy out here. I want to be able to see the animal totems when they come. And so I'm just going to sit underneath here, and I'll face the camera away so that you can look at something more interesting than this carport when I get moving here. In today's reading, we're going to be using the Oracle of Shadows and Light by Lucy Cavendish. And this deck is, I call it, my girlfriend, I refer to it as my scary deck because it's kind of dark. It's a hard hitter. The messages that come are, they're very detailed, and they're very, they're not all fluffy and, you know, sunshine and butterflies. They tell you things that you need to pay attention to. So sometimes it's good to have a really good dose of reality. So it's going to be a little complicated for me because I've got several that came out for us this time. But like I said, I'll point you around somewhere else so that you don't have to pay attention to when I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm going to do that now while I figure out who's first here. They're all out of order according to the book. And then according to, according to where I'm supposed to go. Well, it's not according to where I'm supposed to go. It's where I'm supposed to go. Okay, so the first, sorry, this is horrible. The first message is called Shallow Grave. You miss someone. And you see this little girl, and she's got skeleton she's holding on to, and there's butterflies around. So there's a lot of messages that come forward with this. The butterflies were very significant to the person I was reading for today. It may speak directly to you, so pay attention, because that's your first animal totem, as the butterfly being a totem of change and transformation. So you're in the midst of a significant change or transformation. Also, it talks about lightness and going with the flow, and I'm just trying to think of the different things that come. As far as, gosh, I wish I could walk around. I kind of want to walk while I'm talking. I like doing that. I can think better when I walk. So I'm going to let you look over here, see if anybody comes up. So basically what's going on is it's talking about you miss somebody very much, and it's really hurting you. And it's time to recognize, and clearly you know how you're feeling. Clearly you know that you're in pain. And what they're saying is it's time to acknowledge this and pay attention to this and recognize that it's time to let this go, this pain go. This might be a person, this might be a pet. I've had, you know, I'm still holding on, hoping my cat comes back, and clearly at this point he's probably not. So it can be pretty difficult, and if it's a person, I mean, clearly, you know, it's very difficult. So they're asking for you to recognize that even when ones are gone, our love is so strong that even when they're no longer physically with us, they're never gone from us. And this also could be a breakup in a relationship, you know, and talking about not holding on to something that's gone. They're talking about it's time to let it go. Acknowledge that the person, event, situation, animal meant something very, very important to you. And rather than asking for that to be returned to you as it was, you have to recognize that you're creating a future in front of you. And so there's fresh opportunities that are coming to you every day, and you need a clean slate. And for something like that to happen, you have to have, that's what I'll do it this way. You have to have a clean slate, which means you have to let go of the past in order for you to let the new come forward. So if you're holding on to something and you're not letting it go, you're not going to let the new energy come in. So you're kind of like idealizing the past and refusing to allow yourself to move forward and move on. So they want you to mourn and allow this sadness, because clearly it's a very deep sadness. You have to let it work through you. You might want to plant a memory tree or something that grows to commemorate your love with them. Often, you know, when people have a pet, I've had friends that have had pets and they've buried them in the garden, and they've put them, my glasses, sorry. They planted a tree in remembrance of them, and people have done that for others as well, for humans. Look at me going straight to animals all the time. So sorry. It's not that I'm putting them above the humans, but They are all spirits, and they're all very important. And some of us, our pets are our people in our family, right? So it's a big deal. So you can plant something in memorandum of them and watch it grow, and so that there's life there, and recognize that their spirit is always around you. Now, there's a twist to this. I had to say this to you because this is the message that's coming. But this means something else as well. I think I should turn my chair like this. Yeah, because then we have the green behind us instead of the carport. That's so much better. There's a twist to this message. Because of the way, I'm going to give you the messages as they are in this deck, because there are ones that have to deal with this. But I'm going to also give you, which is a better view, I'm going to give you what comes because of the spread. It came out in a different manner. So I'm going to, how do I do this now? I never think this through, do you guys? I'm not going to sit this way, because then when I want to show you something, you can't see it. Okay, so you look at the green, which is much prettier view than where I'm at. I'm going to let this one card go, and I'm going to go to the next one. You'll understand what I'm talking about as the cards come forward. The next message that they're talking about is Callie. She is, I am Callie, from death comes rebirth. So Callie is talking about, she's a very powerful goddess, and she brings about the end of something. And it's a absolute end. And like it says, with an ending, with every ending, when Callie speaks, there is a rebirth that's possible. So when this one comes forward, what she's talking about is clearing away what is no longer working for you, what is no longer in your highest good. She talks about cycles ending. This could be relationships ending. This could be thought processes ending. This could be business partnerships breaking up. This could be patterns and ideas that you've been holding on to that are no longer in your highest good. But it's all about clearing away. It's also about clearing ones who are draining your energy, and relationships that are not doing anything but holding you back and keeping you stuck. So it's about letting go. Then it's a time to let go. And she's here to say it's happening. And she will teach you how to go through the change that you've been resisting, which kind of goes along with the message about, letting go of the person that you're missing, or with a situation that you're missing. Or maybe you're holding on to the way things were, the good old days. And you're, you're romanticizing the past. And it talks about it's good to have memories and it's good to look back, but sometimes we romanticize the past and we don't see it how it really was. We don't see people how they really were. So both of these cards so far, right? They're going together. So what she's going to do is she's saying with her, when she comes forward, whether you realize it or not, you called her in. And she's saying you must not stay with this energy. It's about removing energy as well. Negative energy that's coating you and clogging you and stopping you from move forward. And so she's asking you to move forward without hesitating. And she will be on your side to help you. And I think that's all that I'm going to give you for that part of Callie. But that's the regular message for Callie. But as I said, maybe I'll string them all together at the end. That might be a little easier to do. I think I will do that. So the next message that we're getting is, okay, so we've got Callie, we've got the sweet memories. Oh, okay. So the next message, let me get, I'm so sorry. This is difficult to do outside holding this with one hand. The next one that's coming forward is this one. The Lantern Fairy, a clear solution. So what she's saying, it's interesting, we've gotten this one recently, and this is an amazing message. I think we got this last week sometime in one of our messages. So what she's saying, as you can see her, there's a brick wall that she's come to, and she's holding up a lantern. So truly what they're saying is you have come to an end. A true end. You've hit the wall, so to speak. You're not going to it's a brick wall. You could try climbing over it. You could try, taking the brick down. Or you could listen to Spirit, who's saying that they are going to light the way. They're going to show you a way that you can go through this barrier that you can't see, that other people have gone through before. So she's saying, basically, to you, it looks like you've come to an end. So remember, you miss someone. Oh, I'm gonna do this at the end. I'm gonna do that at the end. So you've come to a wall. You've come to a solid brick wall. There's no possibility for you to figure out how to get through this wall. I mean, are you gonna sit there seriously and try and pull down a brick wall with your bare hands? You know, it's futile what you're trying to do. So they're basically saying that there's a light that's gonna come by spirit, and they're gonna show you a place where there's a path that's already been come down, where other people have gone through before, and they want you to, so basically what it's saying is you're going to come to there's a challenge in your life that you've come upon. There's a situation in your life that has come about that you haven't been able to break through. It could be an idea that you're trying to work through, like a problem at work. It could be a relationship problem. Whatever this is, you've come to a stump where you can't move forward. And so they're saying that they're going to show you a way through a life challenge. And they're saying it's going to present itself. So it's going to show up. And this is when stubborn thinking can be resolved, old patterns can be undone and removed. But what they're saying is it's going to happen little by little. It kind of reminds me of my little cat, Oliver, that I'm feeding, my little orange cat. He was terrified when he first met me, but he came to me. He was the one that was coming to me, asking for me, to help him. So I'm feeding him. And little by little, they're showing, I'm gaining his trust. So they're showing little by little how this trust can be gained, right? So stubborn thinking can be overcome, trust can be gained, and it's going to take patience. And they're saying that the shielding that you have needs to be reworked and done in a different manner, because it's proving to be, instead of a protection to you, it's proving to be a barrier to you. So we've talked about this before, about your protection and so if you've been hurt in a relationship, I'll just use this. If you've been hurt and you put up a wall, that your wall is your protection mechanism, right? It's protecting you from being hurt. So it does well for a while, but literally what they're saying is maybe these walls that you're putting up are keeping you isolated. They're not protecting you anymore. Now they're just keeping you isolated and you're alone. So you have to rework the energy. You have to rework and rethink something, or it could be thinking patterns that you have had that you've got to let go of. And what they're saying is this barrier, the way you can remove this is they're saying they want you to trust where the light goes. So the light, spirit is the light, right? We are, and light workers and light bearers, they're coming forward to show how to get through. There's a weird little light on my lens and I don't know what it's trying to tell me. Sorry, I get distracted. I'm like a butterfly myself. Anyway, so they're saying that you have to trust where this light's going to come from and where it's going to lead you, because it's coming from spirit. They're not going to take you a place where it's unsafe. They're not going to lead you in a false direction. But it's going to be something that they want you to go towards where you feel true love, kindness, freedom. They want you to stay away and avoid anything that comes from anger, hatred, judge, blame, and ridicule. So to me, that speaks about... if you're afraid of, because this has always happened in my life, this has always happened, it doesn't matter what I do, this is what happens. And so you're afraid of something, or something's hurt you and it makes you angry, or your natural reaction to this is anger, or your natural reaction to this is fear, or whatever it is. So what they're saying is they're asking for you to go away from the ego. Go away from the ego mind and go towards what your higher self is saying. See the light in everyone, operate from love, go where there is kindness, which means, so it means any other time, instead of falling back on these egoistic traits and that you've been using, which are causing blockages in your life, and you're not able to move forward productively in the way that you want to go. They want you to fall back on love, kindness, compassion, understanding. Go to where that is, and that is, hold those attributes, and it will help you move through the wall. You'll understand more when I continue forward, but I'm going to leave that, I think, at that place. And I'm going to go to, where are we at? We've got Callie, we've got the Lantern Fairy, I've dropped one on the ground. Okay, so we've got the Shallow Grave, which is we missed someone. And then we've got, this is the last one. This one, or it's not the last one, it's the second to last one. Okay, so what we've got now is, let me hold this one out here. This one is Poe. And it's time for change, to learn something new. Use technology and gadgets with wisdom. So she's got all these gadgets in her hand. And she's got kind of a sad face. The number 7, you're on the right path. That just jumped up for me. So basically what they're talking about is using technology in a positive way. It's a time for change. So what comes to mind for me, since most of us watch this on Facebook, right? Some of us are watching it on YouTube, although that's a place where technology is used as well. So, but most of us are watching this on Facebook. So I know a lot of people that have are addicted to Facebook, and a lot of people really hate Facebook. They think that it's, I call it the death of relationships, because a lot of misunderstandings happen there. So what they're saying is you can look at, it doesn't have to be the death of relationships, but it can be, you know, it can get out of control and things can happen in a negative way. And so what they're saying is instead of allowing the use of these technologies in your life, and there could be all kinds of technologies. It could be using your phone. It could be using, you know, the internet. Facebook I just used as an example. Don't mean to slam Facebook, but you know. So basically what they're saying is they want you to use it with knowledge. They want you to go forward fearlessly. And what can you do instead of using, like say, Facebook can be used for gossip, right? It can be used for gossip. It can be used for spying on people. It can be used for putting out destructive or hate-filled words. I'm very fortunate because I have so many spiritual people on my page that, and my friends are, I've got a really high quality friend. So I look at my news feed and it's pretty good. You know, it's very rare that there's negative energy that comes on my feed, because when it does, I'll cut it off. I don't want it. I don't want negative energy anywhere around me. So basically they're saying, take the technology that you have in your hands and use it positively. So you can use it in a positive way. You can use it, I use my Facebook page for my spiritual work. Both pages are. And most of my friends do as well. It's a way, you can use it to promote your work. You can use it to, you can use it in an uplifting way, right? You can use it, instead of using it as a weapon, which it can be used to bully, it can be used to harm others. Instead of doing that, they want you to use it in a way that's uplifting, upbuilding, sending people in a positive message. So all of these, wait till you see when these all go together. It's actually really cool. I think that's what all I'm going to say about that until the last one. So the last one is, let me turn around again. It's starting to rain again. Oh, look, the sun's coming out up there though. It's very humid here. I'm sitting out here in a sundress in the rain, but it's probably like 85 degrees right now. Anyway, so the next card that we have is the Dress of Alchemy. And look at her. She is a determined little thing, isn't she? She's got her hand on her hip, and she is like, no one's going to mess with me. She is focused. Look at her eyes. She's like, I have power. She has eyes on her wings. She's a seer. She's able to see. She has gifts. She's got potion in her hand, magic potion. She's got gold glittering on her dress and gold all around her crown chakra and around her head. It's like a halo. And the number 33, 33 is about archangels being with you, or ascended masters being around you. So it's her connection. She's connected. She's determined. No one's going to mess with her. And her message is, release your power. So what she's talking about is, it's funny because I had a dream the other night, and there was one part of the dream that I didn't understand. And it showed these gold knives and forks, and they were in a sink in front of me, and I hit the dishwasher and I put it on accidentally, and I was trying to turn the dishwasher off. It wasn't my house, and but it was my house, because it's always me watching in my dreams. But anyway, I turned the dishwasher on and I'm trying to turn it off, and then I recognized that there's these gold knives and forks and utensils that were in the sink, and they were dirty, and here I got the dishwasher running. Now think about that. The dishwasher it's what you clean things with, right? So the dishwasher's running, and I notice these utensils in the sink, and I take them out, and I think, oh, I got to put them in the dishwasher. So I put them in the dishwasher. That was the end of that part of the dream, and I never did quite figure out what it was until today. It was very cool. So what she's saying is, she's talking about the energy that we have. We're all spiritual beings. We all have power. We all are very powerful beings. And energy, everything is energy. We're all energy. Anything around us is energy. And we need to use the energy that we have responsibly. Like I said, on the public media, use it in a public way, a positive way that's not going to hurt people, right? You have this. Also, you have energy. You walk into a room and you can feel. I'm sure you've heard the expression, "Man, you walked in there and it was so thick you could cut it with a knife." Right? That's the energy in there that was negative. It was like heavy or dark or angry, and so she's talking about. using your energy in a positive way. And she's talking about it's time to clear your energy. So this is why I decided to come and sit outside in the carport in the rain. She's saying that it's time to stop hiding who you are from yourself. Sorry, I keep looking away. I do that when I get thoughts. It's time to stop pretending that you don't have the power over your own life. We create our own lives. We create the reality that we live in, whether we want to believe that or not. We actually do. Our thoughts today is our reality tomorrow. So she's saying it's time to wake up and time to stop pretending and hiding who you are from yourself. And embrace the power that you have. And the fact that you're a powerful, energetic being, we're all part of spirit. We came from spirit. We have this ability to heal. We have the ability to lift. We have the ability to, God, we can do so much. And love is the most powerful energy that we have. And so what they're saying is, she's saying that we've gotten clogged down. I'm gonna look this way because my arm is killing me. And sorry, I've got to change my arm. Thank you. What she's saying is we've allowed ourselves to get kind of our energy has gotten clogged and it's gunked up. And it's time to clear your energy. And she's basically saying, take a look at her, right? She's got that dress, the gold that shines from her dress. She's basically saying it's no longer to hide who you are. It's time to be who you are. Step forward. Take the cloak off. She wants you to reveal to the world all the magic and secrets that you have because they're being revealed to you. It's time to clear away any energy of guilt, fear, jealousy, envy, anything like that. Anything that's dark energy. That's what dark energy is. You know, people talk about dark spirits. To me, there's positive energy and then there's dark energy. And the dark energy is anger, fear, worry, blame, ridicule, anything that's negative. That's dark energy. So she's saying it's time to clear away the energy and let the gold, like where's her dress. Look at the gold shining on her dress. She's saying clear away all the stuff that's cluttering up your dark energy and allow the gold to shine through. So when you allow the gold to shine through, that's you're also lighting up. You're a light to others. You're leading the way for others. So clearly, if you're clearing your energy, and you're getting rid of all the negative, your gifts are going to be, because we all have gifts. So your gifts are going to be able to be used better. You'll be able to hear from your ear chakras. You'll be able to get information in your crown chakra. You'll be able to speak properly. You'll be able to see your third eye. You'll be able to see the messages coming, hear the messages coming, feel the messages coming from spirit. You'll be able to connect better when you've gotten rid of this cloak of negative energy that you're holding around on you. So they're saying, get rid of it. It's time to get rid of it. That's why I decided to come outside. I thought, and I wrote a post earlier today about how we can use, like it's been storming in California. We've had thunderstorms, like it's been really cool. We've had pounding rain and lightning strikes. And I spoke about, I don't know if you saw the post, but I spoke about using the energy outside to clean our field, to clean our auric field, clean our energy shield. Because remember, we're supposed to rework these shields, and they're not working very well. They're not working very well because they're clogged. They're clogged, and they're covered up with junk. Just like the gold utensils that were in the sink that I saw. They were talking to me about cleaning off my gifts. These gold utensils, these are gifts that we use because information that we get from spirit is our food. The knife and fork and the spoon, those are the utensils that we use to get the food, to eat the food, to utilize that, right? So these are our gifts that we're able to use for others. So the gifts, who knows? Everybody's got a million different gifts. I mean, there are people. I mean, I'm a channel. I get messages through music. I get messages through red face. I get messages through music. I get messages through signs. That's my job. That's what I do. Some people are musical and they are gifted musicians and they use this gift. It heals people. Music heals people. There's so many different gifts. People have just a gift of compassion and love. There's some people who are just really, really good with children, or they're really, really good with older people, or they're good with ones who are ill, or they're good with animals. These are your gifts. So it's talking about embracing your gifts, clearing off taking away the fear or the doubt that you have that you don't have these gifts, that you don't have the ability to create the path for your own life that you do, because you do. The worry, which causes blockages and doubt. So clearing away that. And when you do this, the gifts are able to shine brighter, which is the light, and it's going to help you on your path moving forward. Okay, so now what I want to do is I got to see if I can string these all together. Okay, I'm going to lay them down like this. Okay. Oh, how do we do this? So we have, you miss someone, shallow grave. Then we have the ending, Callie. Woo! I knew that was going to happen. We have the light that's going to lead you through the way. You've got technology, using technology in a proper way. And then you've got alchemy, releasing your power. Okay, so this is the message that I got from this reading, looking at this. Wish my legs were longer to be able to see it all a little better. Okay, so to me, the message that came from me this morning was, yes, acknowledge the fact that you miss someone deeply. It's your heart is broken, you're missing them very, very much. And you may have felt that you've come to an end, that it's over. Right? You've come to an end. She has said something has ended. Something has ended and you have to acknowledge it. But because they came with this card saying that they're going to show you the way through the wall, through the brick wall, what you thought has ended hasn't ended. There's an aspect of things that have come to an end. And you have to recognize what that is. What wasn't working? What was causing the blockages? What was in your way? What needed to be reworked? Remember, we need to rework our shield and our energy in order to make this move forward. What was it that needed to happen? Yes, something has come to an end. Clearly, you're hurting. You're missing someone, something. This is the second message, right? The first messages that came, I'm not negating the first messages. Those are all there, the original messages. This is the message that I got. So this is also for other people. So yes, you're missing them. You're missing them, or you're missing the idea, or whatever it is. You've hit the wall. You don't know if you can't figure out how to get past it. You're feeling defeated. Callie is saying, yes, there are things that have come to an end, and you need to let them go, and you need to recognize what it was that has to go. Things that weren't working for you in this relationship, or in this business project, or this idea, things that were not working for you anymore need to be tossed. Don't hold on to them. It's futile to try and hold on to them. It's just going to keep you stuck. So you need to, first of all, face it, right? Face what it is that wasn't working. Allow it to go away from you. Then Spirit steps forward and says, once you do that, and you surrender that and recognize that that wasn't working, we're going to show you a way where you can actually get through the wall. And remember, they said stubborn thinking can be removed. What was it that they said? Stubborn thinking and trust can be built, but slowly, a little by little, which reminds me of Oliver, right? My little kitty. So maybe something has happened and there's been a pattern of something, and it's caused a blockage between you and another. It's caused an information block, or it's caused a wall to go up between the two of you. So they're saying that listen to your guidance. They're going to show you, they're going to light the way. And one of the ways that they're showing you, is technology. They want you to use technology in this situation in a positive manner. They're going to show you how. And what they want you to do is, because when you use your alchemy, right? You're manifesting. You are drawing to you what you need. You know you have gifts. She's saying, don't pretend like you don't have gifts. You know you have your gifts. You know that you have not only created this situation, but you have the ability to change this situation at this point. So she's saying, she wants you to get these gifts out, use the gifts that you have, shine them brightly. When you are using these gifts, love, compassion, kindness, when you're leaning towards that type of thing, doors are, what is that? The universe can open windows where there were only walls, where there once were walls. The universe can do anything. Spirit can do anything. We might feel blocked, but with the help of Spirit on our side, and with using our gifts and trusting our higher self and our intuition, we can cause things to happen and manifest in our lives where it looked like it wasn't going to be able to happen. It all has to do with your attitude. It has to do with listening to Spirit's guidance. It has to do with following your intuition, your higher self, and your guidance from your heart. Often, you want to use your brain, that's fine, but your brain only knows what happened yesterday. It doesn't know what's going to happen tomorrow. All it knows how to do is go on rewind. So they're saying, yes, use your brain, be logical, But if you're listening to the guidance that you're getting, and your guidance is going to be consistent, right? The guidance from Spirit that you're getting, the light guidance. We just had a hummingbird fly by, accomplishing what seems impossible, which is perfect for what we're talking about right now. So if you're listening to the guidance that's coming to you, it's not going to be up and down sideways. Spirit's guidance is always consistent and steady. It doesn't change drastically from one to another and hop around. It always leads you in a steady, clear course. So if you are paying attention to the messages that you're getting that are constantly telling you to go in this direction, yes, you're on the right path. Yes, continue moving forward. You get messages through music. You get messages through signs. You get messages through these readings. You get messages through just in your head, through your higher self, through our dreams. And so pay attention to these messages. If you're moving forward, you are following the light, right? You are also shining your light, which is going to brighten up the messages, which means it's going to, when you're in your higher self, you're operating from love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness. You're staying away from ego, fear, jealousy, worry, regret, doubt. You're staying away from all of that. You are in your higher self. You're lifting your vibration. So what you are doing is you're actually able to see better, hear better, feel better, connect better to Spirit because you're in your higher self. You're paying attention to that. So that's how these cards all come together. And they're saying you can use the internet, your phone, whatever technical device you have, something's going to come to you. And they're saying when the time comes, you'll know what it is. And when your higher self says, move on this. If you were supposed to send a message to somebody, if you're supposed to send a text, an email, make a phone call, paint something, write a song, whatever you use technology for. I don't know all the other uses. I know what I'm supposed to do. We all have to come to our own, understand what our own answer is, right? With the messages that we get through these. I'm giving you guidance that Spirit's bringing down. You need to apply the guidance in your life. You need to understand how it applies to you specifically. And no matter what I say, no matter what the cards say, no matter what anybody else says, it has to resonate with your heart. It's fine to get advice from other people. It's fine to run things by other people. But often I'm hearing, and I'm hearing it a lot lately, is Spirit is saying sometimes it's best to keep your secrets to yourself because they, friends, family, other people, are not privy to the messages that are coming to you. They can't feel what your heart is saying. They don't know the animal totems that are coming to you continually, the songs that are popping on the radio, the names that go by on a license plate, or there's so many messages. I went to the beach the other day and there was a fishing lure and I picked it up and I carried it with me and I didn't know why I did it, but I did. And then in the dream, then that night I got it, and it was a really loud message for me. Signs that come to us. There's signs that come to us 24/7 all day long, and we just have to tap into it. So they're basically saying, collect all of that. Take it all into account, and then you make your choices and make your moves following after all of that based on what your heart's saying, based on what your higher self is telling you. Your heart is not going to lead you astray if you are putting it all together. People say, oh, the heart is treacherous. I know there's a quote in the Bible, the heart is treacherous. But we're talking about putting everything together. We're talking about putting all your signs together. We're talking about the messages from Spirit. We're talking about your intuition. We're talking about how your heart is moving you. All of it working together in unison. And like I said, it's steady information that keeps coming. It's not necessarily, oh, I want this, and so the law of attraction brings certain things to you. But if you have all of these things and they're constantly moving forward in the same direction, your path is pretty clear. And when you're operating from your higher self, like I said, sorry, my neck, you're lighting up your own path, and Spirit, and so in unison, it's like when Spirit says, we're going to lead you through a pathway where others have gone before you. They're helping, they're working with us. So it's not like that Spirit's doing everything in our life, and it's not that we're doing everything in our life. Some people believe, oh, it's all God. God is us. I don't believe that. I believe in a creator. I believe that there are spirit guides. I believe in angels. I believe that we're all part of each other's team. We're on each other's team. There's a song, and I love it. We're on each other's team. I love that. I'm trying to think of the verse right now. We're on each other's team. I'm kind of tired of being told to throw my hands up in the air. So it's kind of like, instead of throwing your hands up in the air in defeat, what we want to do is we want to surrender to our higher selves in Spirit and allow them to carry us forward and work with us as part of our team and recognize that Spirit has our back. They're always on our team, right? They're our best friends. We came from there. We are them. Who's they? People say to me all the time. Who's they? We are they. We are spirit. We're a part of the Creator. So we're connecting with everybody. I'm probably getting very redundant and going around and around in circles on this one, but I just wanted to make the point clear, is that the Dress of Alchemy is basically speaking about, step into your own power. We are powerful people, and I am here, and all of my other friends that do this type of work are here to try and point to you. We have these gifts. We don't have to just sit here and pray and ask for somebody else to help us. God helps those who help themselves. We need to get out there and be motivated and proactive and moving forward and using our own gifts, connecting to our higher selves in spirit, and creating the life that we want in ourselves. So, with ourselves. So the messages that we got today are all the messages we got in the order that I gave them, and yet it was the last messages as well. So yes, there may be someone that you need to let go of. Yes, it's over, walk away, move forward, allow the new to come in. But for some people, they're saying it may look like it was over, but it's not over. There is a way that you can go through this wall. You can break through stubborn thinking. You can break through fear. You can break through worry, doubt. If you follow your guidance and listen and go through the steps that you're being guided to follow. So those are all the messages. I want to walk and I want to see if there's anybody or anything. Oh, yeah. See that sparrow? I don't know if you guys saw it. Ooh, and a dragonfly right there. Okay. So those are two messages that we just got. Ooh, that was kind of cool, eh? Those are two messages that we got. I want to go underneath my tree. I like it under here. I wanted to sit under this tree and read. My Buddha under the tree. But I was sitting under here and big raindrops were flopping on me. I like it under here. And I can see if a hummingbird comes by. So what did we see above? We saw a sparrow. So also today when I was I was speaking with a friend, we were working through all of this earlier. And right there on my window, a sparrow came. And I don't know what he did. I guess see where they've got the little tears in the window. He literally was hanging on, a nice guy, hanging on my window. And I said to her, there's a sparrow hanging on my window. And she goes, what does it mean? And I said, a sparrow. The sparrow is a symbol of victory. The sparrow is, you talk about a sparrow, they look like little, they're just kind of drab looking birds, right? They're not really exciting looking. They're just kind of they're everywhere. And they can survive in almost any environment. So it talks about the ability to adapt, the ability to survive wherever you are. So the challenges that you're going through, you've got the ability to make it through these challenges. At the same time, we saw a hummingbird go by, right? And the hummingbird is talking about overcoming what may seem impossible. Whoop, raindrops. So the sparrow is a bird of victory. You may not notice them, but they're pesky little birds, not pesky, perky little birds. They're persistent little birds. They can find food wherever they go. They can live almost anywhere. It talks about you having the ability to live with, you can make do. You don't have to have everything around you. You don't have to be pampered. You have the ability to make your home in any environment, practically, is what they're talking about. And bringing forward the idea of there's a victory. So the fact that we were shown earlier that we might be feeling in a place where hopeless, or we feel like we've hit a wall of some sort, but we haven't really hit a wall. There is a way that we can get through it and have victory in this instance. So that's the message from Sparrow and the fact that we saw them again. And then the dragonfly is a water bird. The dragonfly is a mystical creature, but it's an animal or an insect that lives and flutters above the water. And so water represents emotion, and the dragonfly hovers above the water. And when the dragonfly lays its eggs, it lays its eggs on the water. And when the eggs hatch, the dragonfly is able to fly immediately. So it talks about a transformation process. It talks about the ability to float on the emotional waters of whatever's going on in your life. And once you get through it, once you figure, paying attention to all your messages, all your lessons, they're talking about when you hatch, when you get ready, when you figure this out, when you get it all together and you're able to come out of this stage that you're in, the egg stage, you're ready to fly right away. You've got the ability right now. You've got your gifts. You can do this right now. There isn't, learning how to fly, being pushed out of the nest by its mommy. They literally are born on the water and they can fly right away. So it's talking, if you put the three birds together, the hummingbird, the sparrow, and the three birds, and the dragonfly, it talks about all of them having the ability, accomplish what's impossible, the ability to move through transformation and make it out the other side. So like with the reading that we got, you've gone through a difficult time, you've come to a place where you feel like you've hit a wall, and they're saying that you've got the ability to move through this. You will have victory, you will have accomplished what seems impossible to maybe to yourself as well as to others, and you're ready to take flight. You're ready to do it right away. You don't have to wait. You can do it right now. So those are the messages for right now. I'm going to look around. I don't know if anything else. Did I talk to you about using the energy of the rain? Oh, maybe I didn't. Because we've had the thunderstorms, and we were talking about the dress of alchemy that had, she said, you know, you've got, you're cluttered. Your auric field is cluttered, or your chakras are cluttered, or your gifts are dull, just like the gold knives and forks in the sink. They have to be run through the dishwasher. So here, I was using the energy, and I wrote about it this morning, about using the energy to wash away all of this stuff, wash away all of the fear, worry, guilt, doubt, any of this stuff that's clogging up your natural gifts, that is helping you shine and move forward in a positive manner, which lifts your vibration. If you're being bogged down with all of this stuff and you're dull, your vibration is low, and you're not able to use your gifts. You're not able to move forward successfully on your path in life. So I like to use the rain and use the thunder. I was thinking about the thunder and the lightning. And when you think about the lightning striking, it's kind of like spirit is giving you a flash, like an energetic flash, and it's like amping up the electrical current or the vibration from spirit. So it's amping that up, and then the water comes pounding down, and you're going to use the water, and you look at it. I mean, we had bouncing off the ground. It was coming down really hard. So imagine it completely, the energy has lit you up. This is from spirit. It's downloaded. It's spiritual energy has come down upon you. The rain and the pounding rain is clearing away all the gunk. You're opening and clearing your chakras, washing it away. We saw the water like pouring down the gutters. It was just pouring down the gutters. So you imagine everything washing away and pouring down the drain. And then I said, of course, you have to remember, we don't want any of this negative energy that's coming off of us clogging up or going on to anybody else, or going into anybody else's auric field or anybody else's, area, or even into this planet. It's all intention, and it's all energy, and it's all real. So when we wash it away from us, we can use the showers as a shower during the day or at night. Whenever we take our shower, we can do the same thing: clear our energy, clear our chakras, wash away any of this stuff. But when you see it washing away, either down the drain or down in the gutters, you ask that it be transmuted back to pure white light, because we don't want any negative energy going anywhere else, right? We just want positive energy. 2 hummingbirds. Sorry, I didn't move my camera fast enough, but that was 2 hummingbirds. I've never really heard them talk before, so that was kind of cool. 2 hummingbirds. So we will accomplish what we choose to accomplish, is their message. Whatever we put our mind to, whatever we pull our gifts out, clean up our gifts, clean up our energetic fields, put up a proper foundation, put up a proper shield that's not isolating us from people. So don't keep yourself holed up. Keep yourself around people that are positive vibrations, so that your vibration lifts as well, and you will accomplish what may seem impossible, even to yourself. So that's it. So that's the end of the reading. I'm going to leave you. It's been 43 minutes we've been talking, so it's a long one. If you'd like to follow me I'm on Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Google+, I'm on Facebook, all under Sherry Columbus. Angels Whisper, Sherry Columbus is my fan page. My website is www.thewhispersofangels.com. If you'd like a reading or dream analysis done, I'd love that. And if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll get these videos when they're finished. As soon as I upload this today, you'd get a notification of it. So, alrighty, so thank you very much for tuning in, bearing with my dropping my cards, and I don't know, it was interesting. It was pretty fun. It's always a little bit off. I'm kind of bummed that I wasn't able to go to the beach. I was going to go to the beach. I was going to go to Carlsbad, but this is beautiful, right? I think this is very beautiful. Hug a tree. Hug a tree today. All right, blessings. Talk to you.